So I wanted to do a quick how-to on making your own wall-mounted barbell holder. It accepts standard type and also Olympic type, and basically something that you can use where you're not solely depending on the studs of the wall. Basically, this is angled, so most of the weight will go directly towards the floor, and I'll show you how to do that. Basically, what you'll need is some shelving pipe, iron pipe. I got this from Amazon, pretty cheap kit. I believe they're rated for 125 pounds when you include two of them together, so I figured divide that by two, you're using one. Maybe don't max the whole entire thing more than 50 pounds, which is, for my setup, is more than enough that I need. Obviously, you need a drill. The basically important items here are 2x4. I cut this for my application. I cut this at 52 inches. Just a straight cut. And then the key item here is basically another piece of 2x4 that I cut. It's at around 1 3/4 inches, but then I added a 4-degree cut to basically allow for the 2x4 to angle up against the wall. And the idea is, once these weights are on, all the force is basically being pushed down into the floor. Obviously, this is also mounted to the stud, and basically this is how it works. And then you can use your own now we'll go into the instructions on how to mount it to the actual wall, or the stud on the wall. I've already marked out where the studs are on each section, and each one of these is actually hanging on each one of the studs that are 16 inch apart. What I did once I started with the first one and got all my pieces cut out, I added a board here to kind of use as a reference to keep them all well aligned at the same angle also. So once these are aligned, I then measure out the height that I want this at, in my application, based on using a 52-inch 2x4, they're right at around 25.5 inches high. As far as screws and hardware, I'm actually using some multi-purpose screws. They're a little bit on the expensive side just because they help not split the wood. I did drill out a hole here to kind of give it a better area for the hardware to mount to. Alright, that's on there. And then you can then place your 2x4 that you've already pre-cut. Like I said, mine is at a 52 inches. It's aligned with the rest of them. Now we're ready for the top mount. A key thing here is to angle the screws or angle your hardware to where it actually goes into the 2x4. You'll miss it if you go straight into it. And I'm also, I've staggered each one of these. Once you get it nice and balanced, you can then mount it to the stud. can go a little bit more. Perfect. Perfectly balanced. And also what I did, in order not to get in the way of these brackets, I drilled some holes in there to allow the screws that mount to the brace. It actually it helps it because it gets it out of the way when you do mount your pipe fittings. Once you got a pretty good alignment, you can go ahead and drill. Alright, everything is set. This isn't going anywhere. It's all nice and aligned here. So we can get rid of this. And as far as each one of these pipes goes, how it's just depending on the types of weights that you want to use. I had a lot of standard weight sizes, but I didn't want to just, in case I ever went to Olympic size, I wanted to keep a good gap in between. So once you have your 2x4 already mounted to the wall and all your hardware is already in the stud, you can then mount the iron pipe brackets. I've already pre-marked these, and just use your typical heavy-duty hardware because you are going to put up to 50 pounds on these brackets. Now the pipes are ready to go in. Really on here. I've also went ahead and added a upper brace here because I want to hang other kind of accessories, exercise bands and whatnot or whatever. And also the reason why I have it here inside the closet there is because the basement is also a playroom, and I'd like to be able to close that this area with the sliding doors that go in here. So now that we have all our pipe brackets in place for each one of my barbells here, I just wanted to show you guys what it ultimately looks like when it's all been complete here. Basically, like I said, the reason why I did this is because I kind of wanted it hidden. This is a kid's playroom as well, so I wanted it to be hidden in his closet. And also, for the amount of weight that I was using, it was anywhere from 400 and 450 pounds plus here, there. Didn't want that to be completely supported by the 2x4s in the wall, so I decided to use this setup here, which basically leans the post at around 86 degrees. And basically all that weight is going directly to the ground, and very little being supported by the 2x4 on the wall. I also I added this 2x4 here on top because I want to be able to mount some other brackets and other things, such as this bar holder here, which is pretty beefy. So eventually down the line I'll add some more accessories and whatnot, or whatever. I'll show you what it looks like when it's all put together here with the closet. So this is what it's basically going to look like all the time when the kids are down here. But whenever I'm down here working out, I can just open this up and access my weights either side. Whatever I need, I can still get. And at the same time, I can keep it pretty hidden. And I still have room to access what I need here. And it's all kind of nicely organized or whatever, and motivates me to work out some more because I got it all figured out here. Thank you guys.